First-time unemployment insurance claims fell to 787,000 last week, and that is the first time jobless claims have been below 800,000 since March. Is that a good sign, or is the recovery a long way away? Here to weigh in, our A-plus panel for the day, editor-in-chief of HerMoney.com, Catherine Tuggle, and former director of the SEC Division of Investment Management, Norm Champ. Norm is also the author of the book, Mastering Money. But Catherine, I'll start with you. How do we read this? Because I also saw the leading indicators, economic indicators, are kind of half what they were last month. So that would indicate we're slowing a little.
Right. So these numbers are the lowest that we've seen since March. I think that is a victory in and of itself. We also have to look at the total economic picture. Existing home sales were up by 9.4% in September, which is the highest level since 2006. We also saw consumer spending tick up last month, despite historically high unemployment. And we are in the middle of a home renovation and sales boom, which has been assisted by the record low mortgage rates. So I think overall things are looking up, but we still have a long road ahead.
If things are looking up, and I'm not doubting that, by the way, Catherine, Norm, why are these numbers still historically high? Because I think the highest before we hit this pandemic shutdown was something like 695,000 back in the early 80s. So we're still high, historically speaking.
Very much so. And we're starting to see some businesses just throw in the towel. So if you look at some restaurants, theaters, gyms, we're starting to see some of those places just say, I'm done. Job postings are down 15% from a year ago, and that worries me as well, that we are seeing less jobs available and some businesses just exiting the field.
That's heartbreaking to me. I hate seeing that. So, Norm, do you think we need a stimulus plan? Because I don't know how you are. I'd like to see it focused on the people that really need it. Not just send everybody a check, but really the people that need it.
Absolutely. It should go out to people that have been hurt the most. You know, the continuing unemployment claims were down another million, and we've been dropping about a week on those. So we are getting some real improvement on continuing unemployment. I would try to target any relief to those populations, people who've been out of work for a long time.
Catherine, you talk to a lot of people. What's the feeling compared to 6 months ago?
So people, it totally depends on the industry. This is the K-shaped recovery that we have heard about. A lot of the people who are in the food service industry, in hospitality, in the airline industry are not doing well, while those people who are able to work at home are doing better than ever because they're saving more money. I think that the thing we're hearing across the board is that there is another stimulus needed. President Trump has made it clear that Republicans are ready to go, that he is ready to sign, pushing not only for those $1,200 stimulus checks, but also $25 billion in aid for the airlines, an additional $135 billion for small businesses that are still in need. And I think that last part, that aid for small businesses, is the part we really need before the end of the year.
Yeah. How do we get back to normal, Catherine? When does that happen?
Well, Federal Reserve officials have said that they don't expect to see so-called full employment again until 2023. And I think that a lot of things are hinging on the election right now. There was a recent study out from Bankrate a couple of weeks ago looking specifically at personal finances, saying which candidate is going to be better for your wallet. And 39% said Biden-Harris, 35% said Trump-Pence, which is just an indication of how close this election is really going to be.
Yeah, about 15 seconds, Norm. What's next summer look like? Better?
Next summer will be a lot better. One number I'm really keeping an eye on is workforce participation. We're down about 2 percentage points since February. We need to get that back.
Yeah, that's so important. Don't want to get caught in the weeds on there, but I agree with you. It'll be interesting as more people enter the workforce, how that affects the numbers as well. Norm Champ, Catherine Tuggle and Champ, thank you so much.